Morning, Bridge Nation. Welcome back to Top of the Bridge Up and Go. You don't know, this is your boy Shells alongside me, my bro, DJ Audley.
In the building, in the studios.
That's right. And here we're going on Bridge Nation. Before we return to the dance with the music and all the niceness, we have a nice little feature right now called WTF. That's What the Fact. Now, hear this now. That one kind of interesting.
All right,
we're going to talk about ketchup odds. Yeah, man, ketchup.
One of my favorite.
One of your favorite condiments? You love ketchup?
Hello, listen to me.
Yeah.
My mother couldn't. When Sunday dinner come out, brother, if I make sure the buckle of ketchup come out, listen, I'll half fight. Hold on, you're Kevin.
So even if you have gravy already, ketchup on top of it.
It's
or ketchup in the gravy.
Nice. Why you mix that up in the gravy? May I tell you? Hey, my mother she usually have problems with me. But done the buckle.
This
finish it.
This not sound healthy. Well, let's see if you feel the same after you hear that fact. Odds. All right. So ketchup, apparently, Bridge Nation, was first sold as a medicine. The origin of ketchup can be traced back to China, where it was known as ketchup or kochiap. Okay, cool. In the 17th century, it was a sauce made from fermented fish and various spices. Initially, ketchup was not used as a condiment for food odds, but rather as a medicine or tonic. It was believed to have various health benefits, including aiding digestion and curing certain ailments. Now, in the early 19th century, British explorers and traders encountered the sauce in Southeast Asia, loved it, and brought samples back to England. Now, the original Chinese ketchup was quite different from the tomato-based ketchup that Audley loves. Tomato ketchup, as we commonly used it, emerged in the U.S. in the 1800s, and we have Mr. Henry J. Heinz to thank for that. Yeah. He first introduced it in 1876.
It's a big brand.
Of course, and yes, as we know, the Heinz ketchup brand, he actually marketed it as a condiment that you love now.
No, man, may I tell you.
So that's a fact.
That is a fact.
Yeah.
Right?
So the whole vibes from ketchup never forward. You know what I mean?
You don't like ketchup?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the thing though with me and ketchup. I don't really like it too much. You see me, so like up on fries and them thing there.
Right.
I'm like, just if I use ketchup, that's the next thing too. I just put ketchup one side and I just dip the fries. You know, people who kind of drown the fries in a ketchup and I really dip on that. Not my style, that. You see me?
Okay.
Yeah,
so
but yes.
Put it to the side.
Yeah, look to the side, look a dab to the side, and they just, I'ma feel like for dip go over this dip.
Yeah, well, that's totally different because that's fries.
Yeah.
You know, you're dealing with them, them little strips, I think. You know,
yeah, so when you talk about a whole
when you
rice and peas.
Wait, no. It's a different ball game. Different ball game, chef. Totally.
I wonder if the old style Chinese ketchup still there, but what them use for like the health benefits. I wonder if that's still there.
Possibly.
Yeah, man, I love to see that. Yeah, it's China, you know. Yeah, let's see.
Yeah, they may still have that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Bridge Nation. Big up all the ketchup lovers out there like odds.
Yeah.
But there, fear that was a fact for you guys. That was WTF. What the fact? All right, Anita. Welcome to the other side of the glass. Some current affairs. Some little things are going.
Thank you for having me.
Our pleasure. So what going, Dania? I'm seeing which one you want to start with first, cause we'll start with the easier one.
Which one?
Messi in Miami. Exactly. Why this one make your news, Dania? Why we talk about Messi in Miami now?
I was hoping that you could expound on that.
Oh.
I put it on there because you are here today, and I know you're a big football fan, and you could give me all of the background on it.
You just see the craze while going in Miami right now with Leo Messi. All right, so we know we've been saying it many times on Top of the Bridge, Up and Go Bridge Nation. If you're not quite familiar, of course, Messi is now playing in the MLS. That's the football league over there in the United States, well, North America, predominantly, right? And it's a big deal because Messi, to many, the best footballer right now, currently playing, and that's big marketing for the league itself.
Okay.
I remember in the past you have David Beckham going over there creating a huge
Beckham.
Yeah, you see that now. When she said Beckham, Kevin, that not for do with football, we know that, go. But yeah, so when Beckham was one of the first big stars from Europe to go over there and just kind of change. I mean, you don't want to get even further back, Pele, go over there as well, but we're talking from like Beckham. And then
Beckham, just Beckham.
You got focus?
I'm
yeah.
focused.
Yeah. So, yeah, and then, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. So, a lot of big stars have been going over to the MLS, and, it's been a big marketing tool because they have MLS as this retirement league.
Oh, okay.
So, when footballers are nearing their, the end of their career, it's a nice place to go to make some money, networking, and so on. Now, Messi's deal is not normal because, of course, ironically, it's David Beckham himself. It's a team that Beckham owns that brought Messi over. It's called Inter Miami.
Yeah.
So with
that
Messi,
part, never know.
Yeah, you know that part there. All right. So what's happening right now is that since Messi arrived, he's played 2 games. He came in his debut. He came off the bench, scored a winner. You know what I mean? Big free kick, 93rd minute, play smash up.
Yeah.
And the second game he started, and the it's Miami, so the celebrities coming out. There's a whole fanfare over Messi right now. The last game I saw persons like P Diddy, DJ Khaled, his whole family, LeBron, Camila Cabello. There's a lot of persons you thought never ever know. I mean, no disrespect to America, but we know soccer is, well, they call it soccer. We know that football is not there. Number one.
The fact that they even call it soccer
is a problem. Yeah. But Messi in Miami is a good look for the sport over there. I think definitely, a lot of persons are really engaged right now, even if it's just for Messi, because I believe the last game when Messi played, Danita, as soon as he came off, because he was subbed off, he never played the full game. As soon as he was subbed off, in that last game, he scored 2 goals and assisted, I think, twice or once. Yeah, so he might go on good. But as soon as he was subbed off, people are leaving the stands.
Okay.
So he's filling up the stands.
Match is over.
Yeah, so I mean, right now Messi over there in America is a big marketing tool.
It's kind of unfair for the rest of the players, eh?
They know what they are got.
Yeah, and
they know what's gonna happen.
They know what
if me play for your side, I'm saying Messi come. I understand what's happening.
No, but I know like I want my shine too. So
so for the time with him there, just play good when the camera when the people them there. You know what I mean? Because once Messi give you a cosign, say, oh yeah, he's a good player. You're good to go. But yeah, Messi in Miami is all the rage right now. I don't think any sport right now bigger than Miami for the moment. Because Messi is playing. I mean, I don't take America seriously when it comes to football, to be very honest with you, but it's really nice to see that them showing an interest in the sport, the celebrities, the locals alike. So it's a good look. Messi in Miami, it's a good look. It have a nice ring to it. Yeah. Messi in Miami, so I mean, why not?
I guess so. And to add to that, I mean, the Women's World Cup.
So it's kind of working along like so.
In tandem with it.
Yeah, because the American women are over there defending the World Cup title. I think they drew last night, the last game against Netherlands.
With Netherlands.
Yeah,
right.
so
1-1.
Yeah, Netherlands, but still. But yeah, so it's a nice time for football in America, and it's nice to see that. But I still don't trust them. I feel like as soon as Messi cut, it's just.
Quiet,
because just like I said a while ago, as soon as he was substituted, people just I'm not a problem. No more social media. It's cool.
Game's over.
Yeah,
but this deal, Shells,
it's not a normal deal.
Let me tell you, it's an abnormal.
Yeah, it's not a normal deal.
I think it's the most lucrative deal that he could ever.
Yeah, because it's quite similar to like what Beckham had when he was a player. Because I think when his contract is up, he'll be able to own a franchise himself. So that's money for generations to come. I'm missing a shot of money already, so you can imagine. So it's
money from all the proceeds. Well, a percentage from what it's sold.
Exactly.
From,
even Apple TV gone into the sport
TV.
now. So from anything Apple touch. Money again, so it's a good look. Messi in Miami is a good look. I don't watch the matches, to be very fair. I just watch the highlights and then come on YouTube and stuff like that. But Messi is doing a great thing, and a lot of his former Barcelona teammates over there, like Sergio Busquets, Jordi Alba is over there as well. So it's a nice look for the team, and big up Beckham. Okay. Well needed investment.
Speaking about football, what's going on with Mbappe? I saw him make some headline too.
Yeah, my problem with Mbappe now, Danilo. My problem with Mbappe, Bridge Nation. You can't tell me if you agree with me. Every transfer market, Mbappe cause a commotion for no reason. I'm not gonna say he's not a baller, He's a big baller, game changer. We see this all the time. But every single transfer market. Anyways, long story short, he's currently a player of PSG. What's happening is that it's no secret that Mbappe wants to play for Real Madrid. That's his dream. However, there was a time when he was so close to going to Real Madrid, but he didn't go to Real Madrid. He decided to extend his contract at PSG for a bag of money. Now,
keep him.
Yeah, exactly. Money and a whole bunch of other little things I want to know. Fine print details, right? He's an ambassador. He's like a big ambassador over there in France. He's their local star, right? So what's happening is that his contract is going to end next year. And what Mbappe wants to do is just play out the rest of his contract and leave for free. Now PSG say, nah sir, that can't work. You're like one of the most valuable players ever. Why just make a cut for free? So they're saying they gave him an ultimatum. You leave this way, you renew your contract with us, or you leave you renew your contract with us, or you were going to sell it right now. And PSG weren't playing with him. He wasn't training with the regular squad. They left him out of the summer pre-season tour and all of that. They left him out of that because they want. But he's saying he's not renewing his contract. And in the midst of all this, the Saudi league has spent a bag of money bringing in some players from Europe to soup up their league. And he got an offer which would have made him the most paid athlete of all time, no matter the sport.
History.
It was over 300 million.
Some more than Messi and
way over. So it was like 330 something million.
300 and
that was just the price they were going to pay PSG for him. I think his salary would have been like 700 million if he did the maths. And he turned it down.
It's almost $1 billion.
Yeah, he turned it down because his dream is to continue playing in Europe and cement his legacy. And as I said, he wants to play for Real Madrid. So the saga continues. He's still not renewing his contract at PSG, but he also said he's not going to Saudi. So everybody is watching now to see if Real Madrid is going to enter the chat and submit a proposal, a bid, or if he's going to just do what him always do to me, which make him very annoying, which is just stay at PSG and just tap him nice. Like I feel like him just, I don't know what's going to happen. But he's a big ball and I don't think he need all this drama around him name. Him annoying. Enough said.
Okay.
But we'll wait and see. It's quite entertaining.
Okay. And then the final story was that I thought this was interesting. Promoters are saying that reggae and dancehall acts charge too much for local shows, overseas shows. It's just too much money that they're charging.
Well, let me jump into that. There must be a reason, because when was the last time anybody or heard of any shows apart from the parties that may have a one artist on it?
Yeah,
but years gone by, you had shows like Hot Shots, and you had well, Sting, is a year-to-year event and all of that. So what's the reason why
you see, like,
you're not
so
having
few parties, more concerts and stuff like
more
that.
concerts with with more artists and stuff like that? What would have been the cause of that?
Yeah, well, I think it's no secret, and I've actually been waiting for this to happen, Daniela, where I see like promo, especially after Sumfest. I feel like a lot of persons are feeling like Sumfest. Something was missing. Something was missing in terms of like whether it be from the lineup, whether it just be from, and so a lot of persons. A narrative I'm hearing in the streets is that them just feel like some artists could afford because of money. It's not because the team can't reach them and so on and so forth. It's just some of these artists are charged some fees because especially on dancehall night, a lot of persons were saying, yo, what this artist say? What when I used to the artist say? And it really come down to just probably the money. And I'm hearing a narrative I'm seeing the promoters coming with is that they want give the platform to enough of them young artists, especially, because I saw big up Black Hero under one of the comments about this title. And Black Hero is saying that since them big artists will now run down and charge so much money, just give a 25 million can split and give three young artists who can mash up the place. But I feel like with that narrative, also a narrative coming back from a promoter that's saying that, look, I don't really the big artists them really charge sometimes we want to go with some young artists who are run the road to, but sometimes them ask with some crazy money.
Ridiculous money, I'm telling you.
Yeah, some crazy money, and sometimes the promoter they might ask for some money with the promoter them not gonna make back. It's like,
I feel like there's a context there for real that can be explored, because they were also saying that you can charge based on where the show is going to be kept. If it's an indoor venue, obviously it's gonna have a maximum capacity of people who can be held in the venue, and that needs to be taken into consideration because the promoters obviously want to make back some money.
No, but definitely this is why you invest now. You understand? I mean, you can't invest in an artist, right? That it's pretty simple. If I do my calculation, Shells, and you're charging me $1 million, right? And my calculation is saying to me that this artist is not going to make back. Yo, 20 people now come to this artist. Why book you for $1 million?
And a lot of them artists as well, Daniel and odds. Because they met the social media rage kind of blind them a
Yeah,
little.
I was just gonna say that.
You know, them have the numbers on social media. We're not gonna fight that because that's your fan base, and we big you up for your fan base and work hard for it.
Yeah,
but it doesn't translate to their performance.
No, it doesn't.
Exactly.
You know, when them touch the stage, you're just like, what is like? This must pay $25,000 US.
Subpar.
You get me? And so I think that's an aspect that promoters look for, and I say it a lot on the chart show. I was saying it before Sumfest as well, where I say, you see the young artists them, I'm not gonna say they don't deserve the money, you know, to work hard. You get me? And say not go on good, but not for work on a performance. Like not for work on the stage outside of the studio, because you see, when go on good in the studio, that make you get the fan base and make the promoter them soon, you know. But when you go sub ups and them check your track record and say you perform, them now go willing for look by you and say, yo, yeah man, me give the 25,000 or the 10,000 US
dollar.
Because
you go rock a
because we can see say you do it. But I think that's an aspect as well. It's not like them not believing on it, but we don't really give them on the track record performance wise. Nah, really say, oh yeah, nah, really, you know, give them the confidence for investing in you that much. So I think outside of the studio, a lot of work needs to be done by enough for them young artists. Yeah, if you're not gonna charge them money, you see me. But promoter them have a point still. You know, dancehall I can charge a lot of money, but if them worth it.
I feel like for veteran acts who have a track record
that's the very important factor. Track record.
Being good performers.
Yeah, man, engage the crowd and
you know, so people are gonna come out for them as well because they are guaranteed to entertain you.
That's the thing.
Yeah, but
definitely.
I feel like Jamaican acts in general, they leave a lot to be desired on stage, and sometimes that's the reason why I don't like going to live show, because for me, I don't see why it makes sense for me to go to a live show to listen to you sing to a track. If I go to a live show, you need to sing to a band, and you need to have backup singers, and you need to have backup dancers and bring that energy and work the stage. You know
what's gonna happen again? It happened when Burner forward. You see, when Breezy forward, when Chris Brown forward.
Yeah.
But now we know some money they back in terms of thing and thing, but you say every time them man step out, cause me I watch Breezy perform for a good while.
Performer, entertainer.
You have to perform, man. Cause you're cause this is what I said this, and this is my closing statement. I always say this: artists them, whether they want to be an established one or a young artist, it's when you touch the stage, you're not perform. Don't think you just perform for your fans. You already have your fans. It's when you touch the stage, it's an opportunity to garner more fans. So think of yourself as reintroducing yourself
to new audiences.
So you have to put your best foot forward always. And so when Chris Brown forward, Chris Brown don't know him one of the biggest artists in the world, but he never touched the stage with that level of complacency. He go forward and go on like he never touched Jamaica before.
Yep.
And at that moment, the young artists them have that in their mindset. Say, yo, Jano, promoter them not believing in me. Like look on TJ. That's one of the facts that I really rate with him. Sumfest performance.
Really good.
When TJ touch the stage, TJ take the opportunity to make people know. Say, yo, I'm there.
Yeah.
You see me? I've been here. I've been a big star, but I'm there for making you know. So I'm still there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna work hard for stay here.
Yeah,
you get me?
Definitely.
Yeah, man. There's no room for complacency. Hardworking people too. Just like how me, Daniel, and Art have to prove yourself. We're not proving ourselves every day, so.
And you can also see, just to close too, you can see it when they perform. So you can see who go rehearsals, you can see who practice with the band, you can see who is really invested in being an entertainer.
That is it.
Because when them come up on the stage, it translates, you know, and you feel that energy, you feel that vibe from them, like Elephant Man. I feel like any money, Elephant Man, Beanie Man, Bounty Killer.
No, I can tell you. Well, those Elephant, as I say, Bounty Killer, but let me tell you, Capleton,
Fireman.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Never disappoint.
I'll have 5 minutes, man.
You didn't hear me?
The hottest 5 minutes I ever get.
Listen,
everything, man.
Hotter than the days now.
Yeah.
You understand?
And them man don't need for go so hard, with all due respect, because we just need to see him on the place real.
Yeah.
But you see me, him understand him have a duty for the culture and for the forward movement of the music. And yeah, man, I say I don't have no young talent or bad performance wise.
Well, we just said TJ good.
You see me? 450 is the next one we can see that you can perform. Valiant can perform as well, but me just say, you just have to work on yourself. Don't feel like you're not forward out there and I perform to the fans alone. That's all I'm saying. And once in the midst like that, it's all the best going forward.
Alright, that's the updates for you today.
Yeah. Good updates then, you know. I love that, especially the last one. I gotta look more into it. Big up the promoter them out there was still try to put on some good shows same way despite the challenges, you know? And big up the artists them who support the promoter them, said speed. Alright, now we have a bad interview right now, you know. Because we're going in, remember in the Bridge Nation, it's all about the festival song competition finalists. You understand me? Yeah, man, we say Jamaica and Jamaica say we. No. So here we're going, we have Richie in the building. And a little background information is that Enrich is a very accomplished artist in Bridge Nation, exuding a profound sense of creativity and an unwavering determination for the pursuit of a musical career. Enrich hails from the vibrant community of Olympic Gardens, where he captivates the audiences with his electrifying monthly performances at community stage shows. In 2021, he secured victory in the prestigious Camparistas Got Talent competition, showcasing his remarkable vocal abilities. The following year, he triumphed in the Jamaicans for Justice song competition. So, Enrich, you're no stranger to competition like this.
No, I'm not. Okay. I'm not. And life itself is a competition.
Yeah, I like that perspective there.
Yeah, man.
It's a
so
good
you
look.
have to always put out your best,
Respect, man. Respect. Now, tell us about your song. Your entry is Sovereignty in the festival song competition. Tell us about that song.
Sovereignty, sovereignty means a self-governed state, and Jamaica is a sovereign country.
Yeah.
So I wanted to highlight that. We never really want to sing about the regular stuff, the ackee and saltfish and the music. We did want to come with a different perspective. And also to teach the younger generation why we celebrate independence and to remind us where we're coming from.
Respect.
Yeah.
So tell me about like the creative process behind that song. Yeah. You did us forward naturally?
No, I wrote like 3 songs for the competition.
Yeah.
But as I said, 2 songs were singing about the
usual thing.
The usual stuff. I'm going to say, I really need to challenge myself because I am a person like this. If it not challenge me, I get bored,
Respect.
So, the first thing that came to mind was independence. I mean, like, when we can write about independence, I'm going to sit down and I wrote that song 2 times because the first perspective was singing about what you're freeing yourself from, if it's poverty or self-doubt, stuff like that. I'm going to say no, I have to make it more cultural.
Gotcha, yeah.
So then I start singing about the things them where grew up seeing, Grand Gala, go river, football competition, festival song, stuff like that. Yeah. So it was challenging and exciting at the same time.
So and because it was challenging, what I read from what you say is that I can hear that you put yourself in the song.
Definitely.
You're not left out yourself in the creative process at all. And that's very important going forward. And we're going to play the tune and people are going to love the tune, I'm sure. Yes. But before we play the tune, more you advocate for the tune. Why should persons vote for Enrich?
Glad you asked that question. So this song is nostalgic, it is current, and it's futuristic. It is for the upper class, middle class, students them in a class. This song, you can play it on Independence Day, Jamaica Day in schools. The next thing, it features 3 of our genres, ska, reggae, and dancehall. Add look a dub-wise to it.
Mad.
So this song enriching, vitalizing, and refreshing.
Give thanks. All right, so just remind persons of how they can vote and your voting number.
Well, first of all, big up all the persons who are voting for me.
True that.
Yard and abroad.
Yeah.
You can, if you're abroad, you can download the Reggae Jamaica app and vote for me. Locally, whether it's Flow or Digicel, you can dial 876-444-7708, 444-7708.
Yeah, man, I know them head kind of tough.
Yeah. I make sure you vote for me too,
We're going to hear the tune, I'm going to know what I'm going. Robo Ranks, it's time for that UK connection. You know. Morning.
Good morning. I need a new intro. I've been rocking that intro since 1993. Good morning.
Really?
No.
Sheesh.
That's a long intro.
Robert, that's going to be a little bit difficult for us to change up now.
You know what it is? Because I was looking for a new good morning. Yeah. But nothing has happened. For nearly 30 years. Come on, guys. We need slangs. We need things like that.
Boy.
Little thing to improve the conversation, you know what I mean? But anyway, good morning, gentlemen and ladies, everybody listening right now in Jamaica and London. Apologies for being slightly late, but I did say to the producer, this rain, I'm trying to get in and out, and I was trying to get from one studio to the next, and be a rain
in London, I know.
You don't have none.
I'm hearing that we're having some freak storms. When rain just busts out of nowhere. We've been having that, but I'm not seeing none yet. So, but it's a beer rain in London, Robo.
Oh, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's just like 1 minute we're good, and then 1 minute we got brown man weather, and then just just changes, just goes back to just being bland and all of that. But nevertheless,
we could do well with some of that rain.
Yeah, man, with a nice with some rain. I'm not gonna lie. Over here, hot, Robo. I'm not even gonna pretend. Hot. Yeah.
It does cool it down. I mean, we were kind of warming up a little bit out here. And then the rain come and it's like winter. I know there's a few people. Come on, English. Come on, my UK peeps. How many of you have turned back on your central heating? I know that some people do it, you know, because they just they're just like, I'm cold. Babes, I'm cold. I'm cold.
It's a bit nippy.
Babes, it's cold. I'm cold. And you're just looking at the thing whizzing around and you're thinking about your money, you're thinking about Putin, I think all these things.
What's a Putin?
Babes, I'm cold.
Boy.
But we're bearing up. Nothing really too out of the ordinary to interest you this week. I mean, we're just doing our weekend thing. I suppose next week is for everyone Jamaican independence.
Yeah. I call it Emancipendence vibes.
Emancipendence. We have Emancipation Day.
Yeah, and the Tuesday, then big Independence
weekend.
So it should be fun.
I know there's going to be lots of things going on, but do I feel bothered about mentioning them? I'm not sure. Maybe I just mood I'm in today.
Well, Robo, don't make it rain on your parade like that, Robo. You know what I mean? It is now time for Constitutionally Speaking. And I'm looking forward to the conversation. I'm looking forward to the reasoning, DJ Audley, because today we'll be continuing the discussion on the Sexual Harassment Act.
Okay.
You see me? And Audley, as much as me and you are bright boy, I don't think we can do this topic justice. I don't think we have the know-how like our guest. I'm talking about the General, the boss himself, the Deputy Public Defender, Mr. Herbert Mackenzie. Morning, Mr. Mac.
Mr. Mac.
Morning, sir.
How you doing, sir?
Not bad at all.
Good to hear from you, sir. So today we'll be continuing the discussion on the Sexual Harassment Act.
Yes, we're continuing it, following the hype. Yeah. All right. Last time we were here, we were talking about the tribunal, which is that body which the law sets up for dealing with complaints under the Sexual Harassment Act. And the law, having set it up, it gives it a fairly wide amount of jurisdiction insofar as those matters under the Sexual Harassment Act are concerned. And I think time had cut us off when we were talking about the constitution of this tribunal, how the tribunal is composed.
Right.
All right. It consists of 14 members, all appointed by the minister. At least half of that amount shall be female. And this is how the composition is broken down. 4 must be attorneys at law with at least 10 years of practice. 4 must be certified mediators or at least trained and certified in that regard, and have at least 2 years of practice. 4 and 4, 8. The other 6 shall be persons qualified in matters of work representation, gender affairs, health, labor, employee relations, those category of persons. And from those 14, the minister will appoint 1 to be a chairman and 2 to be deputy chairman. Those 2 deputies appointed must be, according to the law, attorneys at law. However, in hearing any particular complaint, not all 14 members of the tribunal sit, but rather a panel of 3 from its numbers must be selected to hear in one complaint, and that panel must always include a female. Now, in coming to the tribunal can only hear matters which are made within 6 years of the date of the incident, or suppose a continuing matter starting 3-4 years earlier. Then the 6 years would start to run from the date the last incident occurred. Now, there is, however, a 1-year period in different circumstances. Say, for example, if a complaint is alleging that the employer or the head of the institution failed to take any reasonable steps to protect the workers from being sexually harassed, that complaint under the tribunal has to be made within 1 year, not the 6 years. So too, if the person is complaining that the employer or the head of the institution to whom he or she has made a complaint disclose confidential information regarding her or him about the complaint, then a complaint to the tribunal is within 1 year. And similarly, when the employee does the internal investigation and comes up with a finding, if the person doesn't agree with the finding or is dissatisfied with it, and they're complaining to the tribunal about those findings that the employer or the head of department arrived at, then that complaint will have to be made within a year. So in summary, there are two periods that constitute bar to complaint. One, if a complaint is just being made, first time being made, then you have a 6-year window. If the complaint is in any other circumstances against the head for not doing anything, or against the head for disclosing confidential information, or against the head because we don't like the finding, then that complaint has to be made within 1 year or 12 months. Now, the employer or the head of the institution, because of this weight against him or her, there are certain things that the law imposes upon him or her. Firstly, that employer, of course, I did mention some time ago that within a year of the coming into force of this law, every organization must implement a policy for sexual harassment at the workplace. Mm-hmm. So that's the first responsibility that the employee or the head of the institution has under this piece of law. In addition to that, now, having done all of that, the employer or the head must keep a register of all sexual harassment claims or complaints made at that organization. And there are some basic things that the law says that the register must contain. First of all, you must have the name of the person making the complaint or making the claim. Of course, you have the name of the respondent. That's the person against whom the complaint is made. And that person can be a person within the organization or can be a client visiting the organization, depending on the type of service that the organization provides. Then, of course, there's the particulars of the sexual harassment. That goes without saying. You have to say, the complainant say what it is that the person did or said that constituted, in his or her view, an act of sexual harassment. Importantly, the register must contain the date on which the complaint or the claim was lodged. That is important because of the 6-year limitation period in the case of a first instance complaint. The register must also include all the findings coming out of the investigation which would have been launched in the wake of the sexual harassment complaint or claim. And the law says that the register must also contain the action taken by the employer or the person in charge having completed investigation. And that is important because you remember, one portion of the law says that if you are aggrieved by the findings of the employer or the head, you cannot complain about that finding to the tribunal, and that will have to be done within a year. And the year would start to run from the date that the employer or person in charge arrives at the finding out of the investigation. That is how the clock starts to run to satisfy the 12-year limitation period for complaining against the tribunal itself. And the tribunal itself is not an option open to the registry, keeping of the register is not an option open to the employee or the employer rather. It is a must. It's a mandate that he or she must do it. Because as we shall discuss, if not today but at a further time,
yes,
the portion of the law that says that the minister can appoint designated authority in the Ministry of Gender Affairs who have oversight over these workplace and institutions insofar as the administration of the sexual harassment is concerned. And of course, in that registry, any of the particulars that is germane to the complaint or that the minister may subsequently prescribe, that must be added to it. But the register is a must, because the register is going to play an important part in what happens after the sexual harassment complaint is made, if the matter is not amicably settled at some level. Now, the employer, the head of the organization, must ensure that the information contained in that register is kept secured and that the confidentiality of it is preserved. Because not doing so can amount to a criminal offense. To do that, the head must take all reasonable steps to protect the information from unauthorized access. And part of those steps would include putting things into the sexual harassment policy for the workplace that is supposed to have been developed by the 2nd of July next year. In addition, the head must ensure that all the persons who have lawful access to this register, because of course you'd expect that might be a contingent clerk or somebody in HR who would actually keep this registry in their custody, not necessarily the boss every day having to make these entries. No, the head of the organization must ensure that those persons with access to the register adhere to the protective measures that he would have implemented to preserve the confidentiality. Because, like I say, non-disclosure of this information without any lawful authority is actually a criminal offense. Now, speaking of criminal offense, there are some which are made by the law. The obvious one right now is a disclosure of information from the registry or from the register. That is a criminal offense. That attracts $1 million fine or 3 months imprisonment. Some other criminal offenses which the law provides include, for example, a person who makes a complaint or a claim of sexual harassment if that person is threatened by another person or his person is coerced or anything against his or her will, to refrain from making the complaint, for continuing on with the complaint, that's itself a criminal offense. Now, insofar as the tribunal is concerned, no. Once the matter gets to the tribunal, further criminal liability attaches itself if certain things are done or are not done. And here are a couple. If the tribunal summons a person or calls for a person to attend the tribunal for a hearing, and that person just does not go and has no reasonable excuse. A reasonable excuse, for example, that I'm sick, I was hospitalized, I can't make it, or some other compelling reason. Just failing to go within it without any reasonable excuse, that itself is a criminal offense and attracts $1 million or 12 months imprisonment. In fact, one of the offenses which is placed almost hidden in the act, what I personally would consider a serious offense, and most persons would, is the making of a false sexual harassment complaint or claim. If the person is malicious and then go all the way to making that claim, that complaint, whether to the head of the organization or the boss or to the tribunal, that person commits a criminal offense and is liable to $1 million in fine. And if you can't pay the $1 million in fine, the court can send you to prison for 3 months. Criminal offense also to come to the tribunal and refuse to be sworn. You either take the oath or you affirm. So religion can't be a factor, because if you can't swear in the Bible, you raise the right to take the oath. And if you swear in the Bible, you don't have to swear to God. You can swear to Rastafari, Allah, anybody you deem, or any deity you deem to bind your conscience. So just come in and just refuse to be sworn. That's itself a criminal offense. Again, $1 million or 3 months in prison. Or indeed, if you come to the tribunal and refuse to talk, refuse to answer questions, that itself is a criminal offense. Of course, the only time it cannot be a criminal offense is if, by answering the question, you would incriminate yourself, because the Constitution provides for self-incrimination. And you could simply say, I refuse to answer because doing so might subject me to criminal penalties. or I might incriminate myself. Now, the tribunal, before which a person appears, whether or not you are the complainant or the respondent or there's another side witness, if you make a statement to the tribunal which is false, and you know that it is false, then again, you would have committed a criminal offense, and again, you're liable under prosecution after conviction for a fine of $1 million or 3 months imprisonment. I see the time is up on us.
Yes, Mr.
Next week we'll continue, and it's going to be our last session, the Sexual Harassment Act.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mac. Hey, Mr. Mac, I use a clarification, sir. Thank you
All
so
right.
much. Big up, man. We really appreciate the discussion and all the best. Enjoy the rest of your day, sir.
Yes, sir. To you and give my regards, Mr. Burgess.
Will do, sir. Thank you so much. All right,
All the
Bridge.
best. All right.
Yes, sir. All right, Bridge Nation. That was Constitutionally Speaking. Oh, just say watch cartoon.
No, well,
Yeah, you're better than cartoon.
you know, no. Let me tell you what. You know, honestly, when I do have the time and I'm like browsing and stuff, you know, if I buck up anything, I'll literally just take a look and see what's up with it.
I also watch cartoon.
Not really. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not really.
But not here, Kev.
My cartoon days gone, man.
No. You know, say you strike me as one of them people that way.
Done with.
From another say animation and others fair. That's a cartoon is. Want to know say enough animated movie I wanna better than some of them movie I wanna run down at daytime. I tell you.
No, I listen. Believe. All right, Bridge Nation. Believe it or not.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, there are two movie shells that let me tell you, Lion King was
Classic.
okay.
Okay.
And what's the name of the other one with this little oh gosh, I'm trying to remember. Can't remember the name of the animal with that little accent like Jamaican in it. I can't remember.
Little Mermaid, yeah, that.
Little Mermaid, I guess so. Yeah.
I'm glad. Give
Yeah.
thanks for the cause you know them do the remake with Haley Bailey.
And now I see
Ali.
this thing called this movie out now. What's his name? Barbie or something like that.
Now watch that now.
No, that's totally.
I mean,
the whole thing.
I mean, we go to with my girl if she want to watch it, but we're not really free for go watch that. Right?
No, that is definitely not the one.
I'm glad you bring up Barbie.
For the
I'm glad you
kids.
bring up Barbie, you know. Cause I see the energy. I love the energy war going. You see me? My sister, the people them out here who have some premieres in the name of charity.
Yeah.
For I say like them they do like a Barbie premiere. You know, dolly them go out and for, in the name of charity. I love that. But all I am saying is, you see when the Bob Marley movie come out next year, they say if me not see the same energy. Palace Amusement, I'm calling you guys out. If me not see the same energy, why gonna get Black Panther and Barbie?
You're gonna, well, I
May I
can
go
tell
cuss?
you. No, but I can tell you right off the bat when Shells, when they're doing the premiere for that movie,
Jamaica need for lockdown.
may I tell you, it's gonna be big.
That means sir,
No,
we need a big premiere. Me don't want them do a big premiere. Me don't want you in a big premiere in the UK. Me
the
don't want
anticipation is
yes sir. Yard need to have a big because them got a big premiere in the UK.
Yeah, man.
Parts of Africa. We know the thing about. Yes sir. We need a big premiere.
You know, and I just want to take this opportunity right now to honestly predict
Yeah.
the movie going to be a blockbuster.
And we have a part to play in
Big.
ensuring that happens.
Yeah, man.
You see me? So
Man, I tell you, anything out of Jamaica, you know that already.
I agree.
You know.
All right, Bridge Nation. You know the time gone. So at 10 o'clock we're supposed to forward off for the air. Thank you guys so much for being a part of the experience. You don't know when shells take over top of the bridge up and go. It's a maternity now. I want to look at dance. So I want to thank you guys for just enjoying the dance with me. Big up the money pull up people them. You say oddly a smile. So big up on yourself. Big up the people that will support the bar, the soapy, the porridge man. Tingo.
Everybody on the text line, eh?
Of course, I want to big up the Bridge Nation. You used up the text line. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate the feedback. I want to thank my well and able producer, Danielia D. Big up yourself. The Ira Dread. Make sure say everything all right. Kevin, big up yourself.
Yeah, man.
Big up my Bridge colleagues, those in the building and those listening on their way to whatever you guys are doing out there. Big up on yourself. DJ Audley.
Yeah.
Weekend there.
I tell you, listen. I can't remember. Let me tell you, Shells. What is happening this weekend? Because
I have no idea.
Let me tell you.
I have no idea. What's up now, go on?
You know,
I'm seeing a lot of beach fets and things, but I'm not going to none of them.
Okay, so Emancipation is next week.
Tuesday.
Okay.
And then the Independence Weekend is the weekend following. All right. So next week, everybody has safe.
So in a nutshell, we're pretty close.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, let's go on rest up. Use our weekend for rest up, Bridge Nation. You know the thing go. And finally, speaking of the Bridge Nation, thank you guys so much for supporting me. You don't know the thing of supporting DJ Audley.
Yeah, man.
Supporting the Bridge 99 FM. Remember, Audley, what them can follow up on Instagram again? No, your Instagram go again?
At DJ Audley. Yeah,
at DJ Audley. DJs keep it so simple for you guys to find them. And you don't know, you can find me on Instagram at everything. Use up the patois, everything_Shelly. And of course, follow the Bridge 99 FM on Instagram and all social media platforms. We'll keep the vibes going. Bridge Nation, we love you. Big up yourself. Stay tuned for more great programming on the Bridge 99 FM. Enough love.